We have condensed everything that we've built in the last 90 days on our abandoned homestead in Italy into this short time-lapsed video. It's been a busy 3 months. We've taken on a lot of big projects, made a lot of mistakes, and learned many new skills. We may not be professionals, but this homestead starts to take shape. So let's start at the beginning. Welcome to another homestead. We are Emily and Roberto. We bought 5 acres of land in the south of Italy, and in March 2025, we packed our things and we moved here from Switzerland to create and live a more simplified life. One where we can develop our skills, live closer to nature, and attempt to restore this piece of abandoned land into a thriving homestead with a food forest. If you are new to the channel, welcome. We're really happy to have you join us on the journey. And if you're not new, thank you for coming this far with us. Our plan over the last 3 months was to set up a proper infrastructure on the land so we can live as self-sufficient as possible. Our plan was to lay down a foundation that we can build upon in the future. Our first project this season was to build a large-scale composting structure with 3 chambers that is built to last. The soil health on the land at the moment is extremely poor, so one of our biggest goals is to start regenerating the soil from the beginning. We wanted to do this in a fast way as we have a lot of land. So after some observation of the land, we landed on a hot, fast-turning composting concept. As our land is very steep, sandy, prone to erosion, and with wild pigs roaming around, we took the somewhat radical decision to make this structure out of bricks and concrete. We placed the compost zone on a steep slope, and so we needed to create a flat foundation that sits within the slope. We started by digging out the foundation for the structure by hand, moving a lot of wheelbarrows of material. After 2 days of digging the foundation, we installed a drainage system for any excess liquid to drain out of the compost, making a compost tea. We poured concrete to secure the foundation, a radical idea for a composting station, we know. But after months of observation, this has worked very well for our land, the compost, and our conditions so far. After the concrete had set, we had the exciting job of trying bricklaying and pointing for the first time. We ordered some wood from the village and we created a door for each chamber. We made a lid for each chamber using leftover wood and bamboo that we harvested from the land. After this big project was complete, we turned our attention towards water. We are completely off-grid here with water. We have a water reserve that was once filled by rainwater as it moved through the swales. For now, we pump the water from a well that is 70 meters below ground into the water reserve, and then we pump this up to the house. The existing water pump was extremely old and we needed to check the condition, so we pulled it 70 meters out of the well to check. After much pulling, we cleaned it up and tried to use it, but unfortunately it was so rusty and damaged that we had to replace it with a new one. We lowered the pump into the well and pumped the water into the reserve. We also purchased some IBC tanks to collect rainwater for watering the land. Our first IBC tank would collect rainwater from the street behind the house. We started by digging downwards to create an area to place the IBC tank into that was slightly lower than the drain on the street. We need to do some finishing touches on this still. The next IBC tank would collect rainwater from the roof of the house. We did the same thing as the other tank, digging downwards to place the tank lower than the gutter and the pipes for the water to flow down. We place the tank in position and we just need to install the pipes to finish this one too. We will continue to place IBC tanks around the land to collect as much rainwater as possible. The next big project that we started was to build a tool shed for storage. We have an area on the land next to the house that was piled up with gravel and sand from the previous owners. We began by moving all of the material that was there by hand. Once the area was flat, we planned and decided on the size, measurements and design of the tool shed. This was our first time doing anything like this, so it was a big learning curve for both of us. We started by attaching 10 by 10 beams to the wall of the house, and then we built the structure from this. Once everything was dry, we began on the structure. We cut the beams, attached them to the ground foundation, and installed frames for the doors and a window. We drilled holes to secure the roof in place, and just like that, we had a tool shed. For the flooring, we lined the edges with bricks and a foam border. We poured in sand, gravel and more sand, and we installed concrete tiles to create the flooring. While we had some helpers on the homestead, we were able to begin a long-awaited project, installing solar panels on the roof of the house. We began by removing some roof tiles and installing hooks and brackets which will hold the panels in place. Once the brackets were securely fitted and in line, it was time to finally install the solar panels, a moment that we've waited for a long time, and we're so excited that they're up on the roof. During this season, we continued to make some small updates to our tiny home. We still have a way to go in the home as most of our attention and resources go into restoring the land. But anyway, we made some changes to the kitchen. The kitchen is north facing, so it doesn't receive that much light, so we wanted to make it more open when you enter from the front door. We started by knocking out a non-static wall and creating a small curvature in the wall. After we removed the wall, we sanded and painted the kitchen. We took a little risk on painting the kitchen tiles to a rustic orange, which we received some very mixed comments on, but we really love it. We installed olive wood shelves above the tiles to give a rustic farmhouse feel. And we will soon replace the kitchen units and the sink to finish up in the kitchen. Excitingly, we found some clay on the land which we used to make a cob mixture. We moulded the cob around the wall curvature in the kitchen to create an earthy feel and bring some of our outside land into the house. We also gave some attention to the front door of the house, which is a really heavy wood. Instead of replacing it, we wanted to restore it. We did a very simple restoration, cleaning it, sanding it and painting it in an Italian vibe olive green and applying a UV protective lacquer at the end, and then we added some finishing touches. We also did some projects on the land, but most of our time this season has been spent on these big infrastructure projects. The first thing that we did was harvested our bamboo, which hasn't been harvested in a long time. We kept most of this for future building projects and used it for compost lids. We made some new additions to our future food forest. We planted 2 pear trees and a chestnut tree, and we also planted comfrey roots. We tried out a terracing technique using large bricks which we placed around our tree. We will begin terracing the land very soon, so we wanted to try out a method to observe how it works. If you know any other good terracing techniques, please let us know in the comments, as we're very open to all ideas for terracing. We also spent some time cleaning out the water reserve, which hasn't been cleaned out for many years, so while it was empty we took the time to clean out the sediment. You can catch this full video on our playlist. We removed around 30 buckets of sediments before refilling it again with water from the well. So this is what we have been up to this season. We hope that you've enjoyed this very fast time-lapse video, and of course you can catch all of the long-form videos on our playlist on our channel. Our focus this season has been laying foundations for a successful infrastructure to build upon. We still need to make some finishing touches to these projects, including the roof of the shed, the area around the shed, making it a little bit more green, finishing our water harvesting system, and building a path to the compost. We also want to build a compost toilet to close the nutrient cycle, begin to terrace the land, regenerate the soil, and continue our food forest plans, and not to mention the stone ruins and many other projects on the land. If you've enjoyed this video and you want to join the journey with us, please subscribe to the channel. We love to speak with you in the comments, and we really reply to every comment. We upload weekly videos and we're always working on something new on the land. So if you're ready to join the journey, then subscribe to the channel, and we'll see you next week.